Come on, look at that. And we're back. Hello and welcome back to another cubing video. So today we have another unboxing from speedcubeshop.com, so let's get right into it. So here's the brochure for something that Speedcube Shop's doing, Halloween stuff. And we have the Qiyi magnetic clock and the Yuxin Little Magic 2020. So let's get right into these puzzles. I'm pretty excited. Starting off with the Yuxin Little Magic 2020. I'm excited for this because, see, the Yuxin Little Magic, the first version, was pretty good. Especially after they changed the color scheme of it to a better color scheme. But it had that frosted plastic that I didn't really like that much. And I believe, yeah, this thing doesn't have that. It seems much more glossy plastic, which I personally really enjoy. And yeah, so on to first turns. So right off the bat, it's kind of it's a much smoother feeling than the Yuxin Little Magic, the original version. And the insides look more like a Huanglong 3x3. So I think this may just be a cheaper version of the Huanglong. And the magnets are definitely there. You can definitely feel them. The first version didn't have these factory magnets. And so this is a huge upgrade to this puzzle, as all cubes have magnets nowadays. It's just a normal thing. And so it kind of, yeah, it just feels a little bit smoother, but let's get on to the ranking of this puzzle. So for corner cutting, I mean, corner cutting is pretty good, but then again, there's that spot right there where it's kind of a little bit flaky. I'd say 9 out of 10 because, you know, 10 out of 10 would be everywhere. Then speed, for speed, it's definitely breaking in as I am turning it, but speed is probably, see, it started off like maybe a 6 or 7, but now it's more like a 9. So the speed is definitely really fast out of the box. Now onto controllability. This cube is definitely more controllable than the original Yuxin Little Magic, especially with the magnets, factory magnets, and especially because of the coated plastic, at least for, or the glossy plastic, at least for me, because I really didn't like the frosted plastic because my fingers would slip off. So that's kind of a little bit of a difference here, but the controllability is pretty good, and I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10. Now on to the magnetic strength. With 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, this is around medium, just like most cubes out there these days, and I'd probably say it's about a 5 or a 6, probably a 6. And then out of the box performance, this is really nice, and I enjoy it much more than the original Yuxin Little Magic, and it feels a lot more higher quality than the original Yuxin Little Magic. And so I would probably give this a good 9 out of 10 for out of the box performance. Probably somewhere on the along the lines of the RS3M 2020, and coming in at $7.95 or $7.55 with the discount code DAILY. Make sure to use that on all your orders to save money at speedcubeshop.com. This cube is definitely worth it for the money. It's a great feeling cube, and it's amazing how you can get cubes this good these days for that low of a price. But I'd probably rate it, again, 9 out of 10 for the overall worth. So yeah, now on to the Qiyi magnetic clock. I am super excited for this one. Let's get it open. And wow, this thing looks high quality. Like the packaging, just look at all this extra stuff, random. Does it not even come with a screwdriver? It does not. Anyway, so with the release of the Shangshao clock, it got me a lot faster with clock because I actually had a good clock that I could practice with, and I'm excited to try this one out. And right off the bat, it looks very unique in the color scheme, and wow, the pins are very smooth. It's just fully magnetic pretty much, and it just clicks into place. You just have to press it a little bit and it'll go right into the other side. It's pretty satisfying. Very effortless to move. And then on to first turns. I can't wait. Wow. This clock feels really, really fast. And the interesting thing about it is that it has a magnet on every single one of those dots. And so that's why you get a very nice click on each one. While if you go fast, the clock actually moves fast. And that's a huge game changer, I think. Especially with setup, it could get even faster. And so, wow. Like the problem with the Shengshao clock was that it was a little bit slower, but it was clicking and everything. This is more expensive, but it's effortless to turn. Like, this is a really fast clock, and I think it's a complete game changer. We'll have to get used to the speed, but I think this could help with breaking, getting people into the event and breaking your personal best records if you have the money to spend on it. Now let's get into the rating of it. There's no corner cutting, of course. I would have to double check and see if it actually lands. See, right then it didn't land on the exact one or the other. It landed in between. But it seems to land on something every single time, which is huge an advantage because the Shengshao clock would sometimes land in between and then you would get it stuck. Whereas this thing, let me just, boom, and this pin still works, which means that this thing should have no problem locking up. The speed is super fast. I'm not even gonna rate it because it's not a cube and I'm not that great at clock. Controllability, with a little bit of practice, you can definitely get used to the feel of this thing. It's really fast, but I think that is a plus once you get used to it. And then the magnetic strength is just right, I think. Of course, again, I'm not the greatest at clock, and so I'm just relaying. Come on, look at that. A full... I'm just getting distracted using this clock. I can't even speak. I can't form my opinions on it. Excuse me while I form my opinions on this thing in between playing around with it. It's so effortless to turn. The magnetic strength feels just right, and the overall out-of-the-box performance is really good. It may have to be slowed down just a slight. Probably not, because it seems to be perfectly clicky. But wow, this is really good out of the box. And then the overall worth, it comes in at $29.95 or $28.45 with the discount code DAILY. Again, use that code to save on your orders at speedcubeshop.com. But yeah, so this clock is really nice, and it even has the screw holes as well. It just feels like a masterpiece that Qiyi has been cooking up for the last like 10 years and just hiding from everyone. So, I mean, highly recommend it if you have the money. It is more expensive, but then again, it's completely worth the money as I see right now. No clock compares to it on the market as far as I know without a lot of setup like the Ling Out clock. So yeah, that is my review on those two new cubes. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.